another episode on happiness after cancer. Music gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to imagination, and life to everything else, said Plato, the Greek philosopher. Mrs. Saraswati Rajagoplan, a cancer warrior, used this very power of music to maintain her positivity all through her journey. Who is she and why am I taking her interview? You'll know all about it once we talk to her. Hello, ma'am.
Namaskar, Nidhi ji. Thank you very much for inviting me to share my thoughts or share my experiences to this Happiness After Cancer group.
Ma'am, first of all, please tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I am a musician by profession. I play the Veena. I started at a very young age of 10, and almost from the age of 12, I started performing. And that's how my musical journey started. And alongside, I've been also educationally qualified. I've done my master's in English literature from Delhi University and also another master's in music from Delhi University. So this is on the academic side.
And she worked for All India Radio for 30 years, right, ma'am?
That it's like my everyday other routine, this is also part of my day-to-day life. And it's learning.
Yeah. Ma'am, when were you diagnosed and how old were you at that time?
I was 65 years old when I was diagnosed, and it was a large tumor that was seen in the ultrasound. And then itself, it was known that it is, it looked like malignant cancer. So immediately, as you know, we went to an oncologist and they all confirmed it. And then all the routine, whatever the PET scan and all the tests were done, and it was 100% confirmed, and I had to go through the surgery. This was in February 2022. In January end, I was detected, and within 10-15 days, all this happened, and the surgery was also over. After surgery, after a month of surgery, my chemo started. I had 4 cycles of chemo. So my doctors felt that is good enough, looking at everything. And I was all right after the chemo for 2-3 months. Then I was given immunotherapy, oral tablets. After that, they said no more treatment, so I should continue with the tablets. Then again, for another routine, checkup, when I went for a PET scan, it showed a small nodule. So when I went to see my doctors, they advised needle biopsy. But then at that time, it was difficult for them to get a needle biopsy done. And then the doctors felt it is too very small, so let us wait for a little more time to see how it progresses. And say after 2.5 months, again, when I got a PET CT scan done, it had grown to a smaller size. And then immediately they felt that it is a recurrence. And I was again advised surgery. And again, within 11 months of the first surgery, in January 2023, I had to undergo another surgery. Then post-surgery, 1 month, my chemo started. And after the chemo, then they wanted to give me the radiation. So this time they also gave me a radiation because they didn't want to take any chance. So my radiation sessions, about 31 sessions of radiation, which got over recently, around 2 months ago, exactly 2 months back. So I'm due for a routine checkup now after, say, another 10 days or so.
Ma'am, tell us one thing, that we all the viewers on Happiness After Cancer have seen that wonderful video we saw of yours playing the Veena. So all through the treatment, you were practicing your Veena, right?
Yeah, of course, yes. I was, except during the surgery, till the sutures were, because it was, my abdomen was cut open. There was a long cut and a lot of stitches. So with that, the movements were very difficult, and also I didn't want to take any risk at that time. And for Veena, we have to squat. चौकट मार के बैठना होता है. So the positioning is very important. Otherwise, it's very difficult to play. So since I was not able to sit like that, had to put down my legs and then play. So as soon as the sutures were removed, the first thing I did was I came home from the hospital. I wanted to say I'm able to play the Veena. So that was what I did. The first thing, you know. Then every day, say 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, like that, on and off, I used to play, not long durations, because still the wound was very, very, what to say, tender, and you know, the healing process had to be complete. So I didn't want to take any risk at that time. But for a small duration, I would play every day, because practice is very important. It's like watering the plants, you know, if you don't water it for 2 days, the leaves, you know, dry off, then it falls off. So like that, you know, for us also, if we don't practice, then the hands don't move smoothly on the instrument, then we tend to make mistakes. Then naturally the speed, everything, you know, comes down. So practice is a must. So I've been doing that.
Yeah.
After both the
Ma'am, I have a question here. Sorry to cut you. I have a question here. इतना बड़ा तकलीफ हुआ, you had to, you were, and then there was a recurrence also. So your faith, your positivity, they did not shake. You were not upset by the whole thing. And if you were, and if there were low phases, what made you stand up again? After all, Veena is very, you know, as much as I know, it's very large, heavy thing. Motivating yourself to sit down every day and do the riyaz every single day, irrespective, despite the fact that itna kuch ho raha tha zindagi mein. How did you do it?
The thing is, first of all, though it was a cause of worry, no doubt. I wouldn't say that I was not worried, or I was not, there was a fear, there was a worry, everything, you know, that these are all natural human emotions. If I don't have that, then there is something wrong with me. So all these things were there. But then the moment, the first time, you know, before the surgery, when I was detected, I knew I'm in for some trouble. First of all, I knew I had to go through the surgery because my tumor was quite large. So anyway, it had to be removed. That much I knew. Then the follow-up treatment, how good, how harsh, all that only I had to go through it to know the severity or the intensity of the treatment. So of course, those things were a little, I mean, it's definitely the chemo, everything is very hard on the system and it's very harsh, no doubt. But then, you know, I just said to myself, I came and prayed. I said, look, God, you have given me something at this stage of my life. So everything happens, whatever you do is for the good. I take it in that sense. Now that you have given me this problem, you give me the strength to go through it and also solve the problem. So I think from that day onwards, I never had any fear. Though sometimes the concern was there how long this is to go on, you know, because it spoils your routine, your work, you know, everything. But then there again, I always felt that there is an invisible hand, you know, which is guiding me and giving me that strength. Because every time I'm also kind of, you know, I love to pray. I do some small prayers every day. So I'm used to all these things as a part of my daily routine. So this is a part of my personality also. So every day I do my prayers. So every day while praying, I would definitely ask for more strength and blessings. And also it came from all quarters, you know, anybody who knew about my problem, they all were praying for me. And, you know, prayers do work. जैसे बोलते हैं ना, दवा के साथ साथ दुआ ने भी बहुत काम किया है. So all that, you know, adds to your strength and gives you more positivity. I mean, the attitude to become stronger. And also my music, as I told you in the beginning, my music has given me a lot of, what to say, strength to be confident and handle and, you know, manage difficult situations in life. So for everybody, whether it was in work front or anywhere else, so I mean, managed many situations without having problems. In the sense, even if there's a problem, I have just tried to be calm, because I'm I'm talkative, I'm very social, but, you know, I'm very calm also, you know. I don't get agitated or anything, you know. Anything comes up, I calmly think about it, because the moment you feel that calmness in you, solutions, you get ideas कि इसको कैसे treat करना है, इसको कैसे handle करना है. If immediately you get perturbed, disturbed, when you start getting agitated, your mind becomes restless, then you don't find solutions. You only get confused more and more, and you tend to make more mistakes. So if you remain calm, it
Ma'am, have you lost you? Ma'am, are you audible? Can you hear us?
Yeah, very well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another question that comes to my mind, ma'am. Besides music, your spirituality, your faith in the supreme power, is there any other message you think that you would like to give or ask people to follow, keep in mind while undergoing their treatment, this difficult time in their life? What do you think? What message can you give us?
Basically, problems come to each, as human beings, everybody has to go through something or the other, and particularly health issues, there is no age these days, those days, earlier days, when somebody had crossed 50s or 60s, then some problems would crop up for them. But here, because of the lifestyle and the bad environment and everything, so falling sick has become part and parcel of everybody's life. किसी को भी पूछो, मैं बीमार थी, यही सब लोग बोलते हैं, this I had to go through this, I had to go through that. So this is the way of life, like everybody has to go through problems, but we have to face the problem. And when you have to face a problem, it's better you face it with more strength, so that you must tell yourself, okay, you've come to me, let me see how you attack me, or I will attack you. So you just you be a villain there. Don't allow cancer to be a villain, or some other ailment or disease to be the villain to harm you. Let us harm that and get it out of our system, and gradually even the society, because we have to be strong mentally, and positivity, and whatever we do, like using the other day when we were with sister Shivani, she said, don't use certain words, because what happens is it gets reinforced in our system, and that comes out. See, what you sow, so you reap, so if we are positive, we are happy, that will only come out in some way or the other. Yes, the weeds are always there, but we have to pull it out. But then you also get a good flower in a plant. So like that, we have to, in spite of all the bad surroundings, all the negativity, we have to find a way to think positively, use our what to say, calmness, and use our strength. I mean, whatever we have, we must use our strength, so that you can very easily win over your opponent. So this is my message. It's not only for cancer or anything. In society, so many things happen. There are bad elements everywhere. So if you just sit like that with your two hands, अरे मैं क्या करूं, कुछ भी नहीं होगा. So they will take over you. So we should not allow that to happen. If something is being wrong happening to you, you should stand up and fight for it. So similarly, this is also like that. Of course, here we have the support, medical support, the family is there to support, your close friends are there to give you that mental strength, or a kind of comforting word. So all these things we have here. It's not like fighting a war or fighting with somebody, but this is something that we have to go through it. But at the same time, if we are strong, the people, the caregivers also become stronger. If we fall weak and we become worried, and they will also think, "Arey baap re, inko kya ho gaya? How will we deal with it?" I mean, because then they get worried, that they think that we are really going through a very difficult problem. So how can they help? And they are so helpless, because in this, uh, uh, there are so many factors. See, medicine has to do its work, people have to do their work. We, above all this, we have to be strong and mentally very positive, and do good, see good in every possible way. And also, if we empathize with others, we will feel that, you are not the only one going through this problem or any of the problems. There are so many people around you who are also going through problems. So we have to motivate other people also, that they should also get the strength, try to use their inner strength, or whatever is their point. If somebody wants to play a game and that makes them happy and strong, use that as a healing thing. Music, if someone likes to hear music, it's not that everybody can sing or play music, so they can use the power of their music, which is very therapeutic. They can hear music. It's not that it's only classic. If someone likes a beautiful film song, they can listen to it. Whatever makes them feel happy. Even today, sometimes when you hear some of the good old Hindi movie songs, feel so happy about it. So similarly, there are devotional songs. So each one has got their own choice and taste of what they want to do and hear. So according to their personal interests, they can do anything that makes them feel happy, so that it helps them in overcoming whatever problem that they are going through, and it will definitely help them in their healing also.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing such pearls of wisdom with all of us. I'm sure all of us are going to get motivated by what you speak, by the way you have conducted yourself. Like, thank you, ma'am. We wish you health and happiness in all your future endeavors.
Yeah, once again, I would like to thank you and Happiness After Cancer group for inviting me to share my experiences. It's like a drop in the ocean, so what little uh, I knew and I went through, and whatever I tried and which has helped me, I just thought I should share it with everyone. And I hope everybody is able to cope with their problems and get well and recover from this and able to lead a normal life.